Hey viewers, welcome to VL Astrology. Once again, I'm Vanita Lenka, I'm a Vedic astrologer, and today I'm going to be discussing week 26 of the year 2024. And this is from the 24th to the 30th of June, and a very, very crucial and an important week. So stay tuned. I will be explaining what exactly is in store um, for the upcoming week and what is in store as to the personal, on the global as well as personal readings. And thank you for your prayers because, the ones I canceled or postponed the readings because I was hospitalized this week. So that is why, the throat and all, you can make out that, I was really, really, really unwell. And today only I started off with my readings, and thank you so much for cooperating and understanding. Of course, this was something which was not planned and it just came up. And I'm fine. And by God's grace and with all your blessings and, the inspiration, of course, to make the videos, that actually keeps me going. So thank you so much for being there by my side always and praying for me and my family. I'm much better now. Thank you so much. And you see, there are certain things that I want to explain in this video. So stay tuned. In the beginning part, I'm going to be really sharing some crucial facts. Whatever is happening on YouTube, I just wanted to share with you that, don't fall prey and start paying for some services which are free of cost. So I think that rings a bell, isn't it? So just hear this first part. And then, of course, if you really are not interested, so you can skip to your sign-wise predictions. I mention all the signs and, whenever I'm doing the reading. So Aries, Taurus, everything is written. So just go to that. I just put a little bit of effort. I'm also putting a little bit of effort here. So if you can do the timestamps, all the more better, because I'm not in a position to do the timestamps as it is. And, somehow I have been feeling quite, unwell, and I have been busy also, not doing too many readings now, just taking it all easy because I have traveled a lot, as you know. Still, I am in transit only. So once I touch base, then definitely I will get in touch with those who are waiting for me to meet personally. So let me start with sharing the first thing first. So we do have a very important and a crucial transit which is happening this week. That is Saturn is turning retrograde. First of all, Mercury will be transiting through Cancer. It will move into Leo and will come back to Cancer also. So when it moves into the Cancer sign on the 29th of June till the 19th of July, this is going to be up in the direct motion, and then moves into Leo sign and then goes retrograde and comes back in demoted form to the Cancer sign. So after the Aries sign, intuitive sign, and a curious sign, now it is going to be Mercury's ingress in a very emotional sign, illogical, I would say. People become little, they think from the heart rather than from their logic reasoning. So make decisions wisely, I would say. I follow the heart always. I don't listen to the logics, and I don't believe in all the logics when the emotions surpass. Definitely they do. They do. Or else we will not be here, connecting. I hope you all can hear me. Do let me know, because this is a live session. So, so this is what is happening. Saturn is turning retrograde on the 30th early morning, as in like it is 0012 hours on the 30th. The Saturn is turning retrograde. But when I'm making this video, it is going to be turning stationary. It is going to be on halt rather than moving in reverse. So it's like, we just stop when we are, reversing our car. So we just halt, isn't it? So that is what, this Mercury, the Saturn will be doing. It'll turn retrograde, but before that, it will stop. So it's a very crucial time period, actually. If you have to be patient. That is why I've written patience pays. Some things which are actually on halt, how do you feel? Things are not moving. It's like that situation. But surely when retrogression happens, it is definitely very positive time period, and not for all. I'll be making a separate video on the same as well. Also, Jupiter is going to be in the Taurus Navmansha. That is, it is going to be Vargottama. Jupiter is transiting Taurus sign, right? When it is moving into Taurus, Navmansha also double the impact of Jupiter's ingress in Taurus sign. So I will be incorporating all these things in my video so that you know. And we know that there is a lot of Ardhara energy also floating. So that is also very important to understand. Now, let me share with you my insights on what exactly is being shared on YouTube and how does it matter, how is it so important to be, to understand, because people are charging for certain things which you can get free of cost. I got to know today itself that they paid somewhere around 1,100 rupees and, odd some dollars. So that is something that you have to be careful about. Okay. So Venus is in Ardhara. Then Mercury is in Ardhara till 24th of June and moves into Punarvasu from 24th June to 1st of July. Mars is in Bharani, 19th June to 8th of July. Sun is in Ardhara, 22nd June to 5th of July. Rahu Ketu are not changing signs at all. Moon is, I will be sharing Moon's ingress also shortly. But before that, just a moment, I want to take of yours to explain what exactly I'm trying to get at. Number one thing is that there is a lot of confusion about the Rahu's ingress in Uttara Bhadrapada, and people are, being astrologers, making such grave mistakes. How is it possible? We know that Rahu transit, as per the mean nodes, is on the 8th of July. As per true nodes is 5th of July. But what is the exit? When is it coming out of it? That is also very important. So true nodes is ingressing on the 24th of February. People have mentioned to me that the transit is from the 8th of July till 24th of February. So they're mixing both the things. How is it possible? So it is actually from the 5th of this month to the 5th of July to the 24th of February next year. True nodes. Okay. 8th of July, mean nodes till the March 16, 2025. This is Drik Panchang. You can make a note. Drik Panchang is not wrong. Then this transit happens from Purva Bhadra to Shatabisha, which are also mentioned here. Let me now share with you one more thing. These are the festivities. You must make a note of the festivals also through Drik Panchangam. That will help you understand your, when is the Treyodashi, when you can do the Purnima Vrat, when you can do the Kalashtami Vrat, Ashad is beginning. So Panchangam is very, very essential. We had Nirjala Ekadashi also this month. Now coming to the crucial most part, which people are paying for, which is a very, very, very easy to understand service and free service on AstroSage. Now, you can also pick up your chart. You can also put your chart on Drik Panchang as well. I will explain it next time. So you have to put in your date of birth, time of birth, place of birth, and you will get this chart, Lagna chart and Navmansha chart. Okay, you will get all the coordinates and latitude, longitude of all the longitudes of all the planets. What are the signs? How are they combust or not? This is the current chart of today's. Now, what people are doing and paying for is this print detailed Kundali and report PDF. People are paying for this. So can you see this is a free service? I never ever charge for a PDF, or I don't supply because I know it is available easily on AstroSage, on Drik Panchang. You can get all these things online and nobody is paying me for this. I'm not advocating or promoting or sponsoring these things. It's not a sponsored video. Please understand. I'm just trying to help you out. Don't pay. There are touts waiting over there. You will end up paying unnecessarily. And then you will feel that why the hell did I waste my money when it was a free service. You must understand. Even if it is $10, it is $15, it is, or 1,100 or 1,500 bucks, rupees. Please don't waste your money. You will get all the detailed Kundalini analysis also here. So please, can you see print birth chart, life report? This is also what I'm trying to get at. So never ever, if you are an astrologer and listening to me, don't cheat people. This is not right. My audience will not go to anybody. I know that. They will not go here and there because they know this is an honest, and I have a lot of integrity. I have returned money if I am not able to take the reading completely. If I'm not well, I'm ready to do that. But people don't cancel the readings. Why? So, see, I don't have to speak about myself. My work should speak about me, right? About everyone. So there are 3 things I've mentioned today. Number 1, Rahu's ingress in Uttara Bhadrapada. Please make a Purva Bhadrapada, make a note properly, proper dates. As an astrologer, it's my moral duty to tell you the right dates. I can make mistakes as well. I'm not saying so. But you can't claim that you are the only right person. Please don't do that. Don't befool others. Then this is what the Drik Panchang says about the festivities or the important days. Like this is, Sankashti Chaturthi, which is very important as well. People fast on the Treyodashi, Nirjala Ekadashi. So these are important ones. Okay. I will not waste more time of yours. I hope you are understanding what I'm trying to get at. So please don't pay for these services which are free online. I request you. Now coming to the transit positions, let me share with you the chart about what exactly is happening this upcoming week. Moon is going to be transiting through 3 zodiac signs, and lastly, Aries also I will share. First of all, Capricorn from 24th to 25th of June. Now, when Moon is in Capricorn, you must understand that you have to be very practical. You have to be strong-willed. You have to be determined. There will be a lot of workload. You have to be disciplined. You have to be patient. Patience pays. It is going to be in trine to Jupiter and Ketu. For that reason, the caption. Aquarius, Moon moves into Aquarius on 26th to 27th, and it's going to be conjunct Saturn and in trine to Sun, Venus, and Mercury. So when it is in Aquarius, this is the sign of freedom also, but Saturn restricts. But you will have a lot of friendly nature. You will have a lot of friends. This is the time period when you can be more skilled in mechanical works. You can take up anything. You want to, repair anything at home or something like that. So this is for everyone I'm sharing. As it is, Saturn is there, and then Sun, Venus, Mercury, and Saturn is stationary. You can see. Saturn is, I will come to that as well. Pisces, 28th to the 30th early morning, is going to be conjunct Rahu and in trine to Mercury when Moon moves into Pisces sign. So Pisces is what? Pisces is a sign of retrospection. It is also about compassion, reserved nature. You move into that isolation. So it is applicable for one and all. Just check where your Pisces sign is. That'll matter. But it is definitely going to give you a little bit of confusion here and there, wherever it is. If it is in the 10th house Pisces, so you will feel a little confused at the place of work. If you have Pisces in your 12th house, you might just have travels overseas or confusion in the overseas places. Can happen. Okay. Then lastly, Moon moves into the Aries sign on the 30th and stays there the rest of the day. And that is only early morning around 4 or 5 a.m. or maybe 6 a.m. Delhi, India time. Everything is Delhi, India time. Please make sure that you know it. So in Aries sign, Moon moves into on the 30th, and that is the time when you can be action-oriented. Mars is there. So just make sure that you do not lose your temper on this day. Okay. And also, I might be doing retrograde Saturn video on Dr. Arjun Pai's channel. So I will update it to you if at all because I was unwell, I could not prepare and I could not do it. So let's see how it works because the dates now will be clashing. So that's something that I'm also looking forward to. Invitation is there. So let's see. Now, Saturn is turning retrograde at 25 degrees 19 minutes in Purva Bhadra Nakshatra ruled by Jupiter in Taurus Navmansha on the 30th of June till the 15th of November 24 and gets direct on at 18 degrees 34 minutes. So this is what is the information which is required. And if you have any planet anywhere in the chart between these degrees, they definitely will be experiencing this retrogradation's result even more. I will be sharing my insights in a very different video. I don't make the conventional video, you know that. I will share my insights in a very different manner, which you might, be interested in as well. So let's wait and let's do that video very soon. Coming to the sign-wise predictions, and this is as per the ascendant. Let me write it here. Ascendant, moon, and your dasha sign. So suppose you are in the Vimashatri dasha of a particular planet. Say you are in Mercury's dasha, and Mercury is posited in Scorpio sign in your birth chart. So you have to make Scorpio your ascendant, even if it is not your ascendant. Means you have to make it your first house. Suppose your ascendant or the rising sign is Capricorn, but Mercury is posited in Scorpio and you're running the dasha of the same. So make Scorpio also your ascendant and see where the transit positions are and where other planets in your birth chart are also forming the relationship with this Mercury. You will really get to know how they are forming a connection. Suppose they're forming a 212 relationship with each other, Mercury and Venus. So it might just give you in Mercury-Venus dasha some problems related to your communication. There can be communication gap in relationships. That's how you should see as well. And this is something which is going to be a little, easier way to understand the transit positions also in the sky if you see from Scorpio sign as well. Okay. I'll do the video. Please have patience. That is why I said patience pays. Always remember, there has to be a good video coming up. I'm sure a lot of insights you will get. So please have patience. I'm going to be doing Saturn retrograde video very, very soon. Coming to the first sign, that is Aries. All right. So I hope if you do the timestamps, if you can mention the initial summary part wherein I have explained how you can get a free horoscope online rather than paying for the same, and also about Rahu transits, dates, and also the festivities. Please do watch that. Okay. So for Aries natives, Moon is going to be transiting 3 zodiac signs this week, and Mercury is going to be changing signs. Also remember, whenever any planet is going to be transiting the Cancer zodiac sign, whenever Moon transits through that particular planet's house, suppose it is Mercury, so Gemini and Virgo, there will be a parivartana for 2 quarter days. So you will be very, very emotional during that time, even more. So when there is Moon's ingress in your 10th, 11th, 12th, and then lastly the first house, so this is the time period you will be very emotional about your work. You want to do many things. You want to complete your task. You are making sure you're choosing to surround yourself with people who will be supportive of you. You want to evaluate your goals. You want to see what is your inner purpose, because it is the 10th house after all. Okay. And it is in trine to Ketu and Jupiter as it is. So you will have a lot of satisfaction when Moon is in the 10th house. You will be overloaded with work maybe, but suddenly you will feel that, oh, thank God I did this. I'm so happy that I did this. So that kind of a situation you will go through. And career-wise also, this will be a progressive time period for you. You are on the rise as it is, because there is a Mangal in your Farmas in the first house, Mangal in the first house. This is a good transit for you. And when Mercury is also transiting your 4th house, it is going to be giving you a lot of, insights about your inner your communication. I will be making a separate video soon as well on Mercury's ingress in Cancer sign. It requires attention. So you need to handle everything really very carefully at the place of work, and don't ignore even the minutest detail, because if you need that satisfaction, that will happen only when you have not ignored the nitty-gritties as well. So this is something which is going to be giving you a lot of patience. You'll be listening to people, you'll be understanding people also, and you will be more responsible also about whatever you are doing. So if you have to make any kind of decision, fruition time, I would say, this is a beautiful time period for starting any new business setup as well, if you want to. People will say that Saturn is turning retrograde, how we can do that? No, it is not so. Everybody will be experiencing different results. I will be doing that video soon. And also, this moon is going to be in your 11th house. So that is happening on the 26th and the 27th. So 24th to 25th, moon is in the 10th house. Then 26th to 27th in the 11th house. Now that's the time period you will crave for freedom. But Saturn is there. Saturn is stationary. So it might be a lull. You will feel that, you're doing things, but it's not giving you any results. And you're feeling that, your expression is actually, taking a back seat now. You like innovation, you like individuality, and you want to assert yourself as you are the person. You will, you are going to be in that, in that group. You feel that satisfaction in the group, but Saturn is not allowing you. You're craving for it, right? It's a bandhan, no? It's Saturn slows down moon's process. So babies born during this time is the peak Sadisati. Whenever moon is transiting the sign ruled by Saturn, any sign, and Saturn is there. So it is a Sadisati. So it starts when moon is in Capricorn and then moves into Saturn's sign, another sign, Mutrikona sign, that is Aquarius. So this is like, it's trying to tame you. It's trying to tone you down. So that is something which will be happening when you are having this moon transit through your 11th house energy. You can be sociable. You can be more, you want to be more, sociable, and you want to be more supportive of your people. And whatever you choose, you might just be achieving and hoping to achieve your dreams, in fact. Okay. So you should not give up. It could be that it is so frustrating sometimes. You might just be on the verge of giving up. You shouldn't. You're just close to that finishing line. I always say that. And then you give up. What will happen? You will regret, no? Oh, I wish I could have just hook on. I should have hooked on to it. Then things would have been so much better. Okay. And work development would be really, gaining some momentum as soon as, moon is moving forward and moving towards, and Saturn moving backwards and, in retrogression is stationary. So it is going to be going a little better. And if at all you have to pay your debts, any kind of disease you're suffering with, so this will be the time period you will get the right kind of advice from the doctor, and you will be successful in your endeavors, and the profits will be higher. It is good for financials, and you will meet new people. They will appreciate you. They will really love you. And, this is also about meeting a new partner, a new relationship might start. Okay. Some kind of family get-togethers, gatherings, you will be, connecting with more people. So acquaintances. So that's good. 28th to the 30th, early morning, moon will be transiting your 12th house. Now, you will be actually moving a little slow. You will feel that, you want to just isolate yourself. You are in that, you want to be in that hidden realm in a way, because moon is in the 12th house. The cycle is ending. So you're going to be in that, zone where you are going to be doing things in a very slow manner. You're going to be dealing with some illegal activities, or you will get entrapped in that illegal, even if you don't want to. I'm not saying or pointing at Aries somehow, but you come across somebody who is, just trying to trap you. So that is something you have to be careful about as well. And you must actually, work on your financial transactions, maybe, something to do with banking or something, some fraudulent activities you can experience. So be careful, be on high alert, because moon is with Rahu, no? So this can lead to some kind of issue here and there as regards to your finances as well. Don't just give your passwords or anything, by mistake to anyone you trust. You think that this is a trustworthy person, and then you land up into some soup, some problem, major problem. So that is something you have to be careful. Avoid any kind of financial transactions or conversations. It might lead to some losses. Be careful. Okay. But overall, this is going to be a good week for making new friends, for your satisfaction at the workplace, whatever you're doing. You will gain that attention also. And this will give you that focus also. Now you're going to be building up on that focus as well. Now, lastly, on the 30th, rest of the day, 30th early morning, moon transits into the sign of Aries. So the whole of the 30th, moon is going to be in your first house. Whenever moon is in the first house, you want to do things, initiate things. You have that capacity to take up new projects, do things in a very different manner, or maybe, thinking out of the box. Okay, I have to do this, that nurturing and the caring attitude, emotional attitude also surpasses the practical realms. So this might be the time period when you are going to be more indulgent. Maybe you will buy some jewelry or something, you want to just do something about yourself, a hairdo, maybe, you want to just go for a hairdo. And this will be the time when you're working in an organization will go smoothly and pleasantly. People will, give you, acknowledge you, will give you that appreciation also. So this will be a very pleasurable kind of a day. Okay. So, but you will be having a lot of passion because Mars is there. So you will, whatever you will do, you will have a lot of passion and a lot of energy to it. Whatever it could be. In emotions also, we have energy involved. So maybe you are emotionally energized. Okay. And excuse me. Also, remember one more thing. Mercury is transiting on the 29th of June till the 19th of July, your fourth house. And this would be the time when you will be highly, highly emotional. Your communication, your family values, you will be too much involved in the family affairs. And this will make you pretty much insecure as well. There can be some communication gap. Maybe you're expecting a lot from others with Mercury's transit. Saturn is turning retrograde. Saturn turning retrograde will give you a lot of workload to do, complete, and new avenues are also going to open up. Definitely a very good time for recovering from your health issues that you have been going through as well. Okay. So this is what this week looks like. It is a good start. And you know that Jupiter is going to be Vargottama. So this is very, very good for your financial growth. Maybe some major changes are coming in. You're moving out from the place where you are. Maybe you will be having some some kind of you're going to be meeting those kinds of people who are going to be helping you at the place of work also, just like gurus, mentors, because Jupiter is looking at your 10th house as well and your 6th. So you will be very social, you will be very helpful. You yourself will become the guru. Maybe, that happens because it's Vargottama, but you're going to be financially very sound during this period. Okay. Coming to the next one, that is Taurus. So it's all good news for Taurus, because Jupiter is turning Vargottama. So for Taurus natives, this week, moon is going to be transiting your 9th, 10th, 11th, and lastly, the 12th house. So on the 24th, 25th, this moon is going to be in your 9th house. And it is going to be a very positive time period if you have to make any travel plans, if you have to meet your guru, your mentor, your teacher, or maybe, you're going to be also going in for some philosophical lecture or upgrading yourself, upskilling yourself. There can be, because it is the 12th house from your 10th, there can be some pressure from your seniors, your bosses. Even the most meticulous efforts are unlikely to yield results when moon is transiting your 9th house, but it is good for your um, upskilling yourself. You learn from your mistakes. Okay, this is something. Uh, it is not going to be that kind of a transit which is uh, not not going to, by the end of the day, you feel that yes, I learned a lot. I would have made this if I would have not committed this mistake, I would have been repeatedly doing that. It's not just that going to a to a diploma course or any kind of classes you join, you learn from that. No, you learn from your own mistakes also. So you must thank yourself, because you are your own guru also. You're your own teacher. So this is the time period you will have that kind of an experience. 24th, 25th is a very, I would say, some goodness is hidden. It is not visible, but you have to accept it. You have to recognize it yourself. So liabilities will increase, confrontations might just happen with the bosses, with your father life figure, gurus, etc. But you will learn. Ultimately, you will learn. You might just don't, not feel like eating well that day. There's some kind of anxiety that you're going to be experiencing as well. But at the same time, it is good for your travels, good for learning something. If you want to enroll yourself in a course, if you want to visit a religious place, you can do it all. Moon is going to be transiting your 10th house on the 26th, 27th, and it's going to be conjunct Saturn and is going to be in trine to Sun, Venus, Mercury. So now this is also very positive for any kind of promotion. If you have been waiting, Saturn is going to be stationary first and then will be retrograding. So this is going to be good for monetary wealth growth, and it is also fantastic for your pleasures. You might just meet some people, during this time, and they just might uplift you some way or the other. You might just in one go connect with them, and you just flourish, you learn. So that kind of a positivity, you have to have that connect, you will have. Okay. And this will be also a positive time for finishing off your completing your tasks that were assigned to you. One by one, you will feel that everything is just falling in place. You will, how you feel better, when you are doing well, right? Career wise, it is a progressive time period for you, very progressive. Okay. And in case you're a workaholic, then you might just get burnt out also. You feel burnt out. So you have to relax also at the same time. It's a good time period to listen to others' problems. Maybe somebody will come with their woes and cries, and you will help them deal with their issues and problems as well. You could feel more responsible now. This is the time period when you will make good decisions. You will see some fruition later, but you are going to be sowing the seeds now. Moon is going to be transiting your 11th house. You will gain appreciation, acclaims from your bosses. This is the time period when you will make money out of money also. But remember, there's a Rahu energy playing out as well. So you will crave for freedom. It will give you freedom, but you might just come across some bad friends. Or you can maybe, some fair weather friends, as we say, or they might just backstab you also. Rahu's energy is prevalent. So you need to pick and choose your friends and foes also very carefully. Expressing yourself as an individual is important to you, and you won't be held back. You like innovation, you like individuality. You might just want to, assert yourself as a person, how I can just push myself and get better. So that is the moon energy playing out. But with Rahu energy, you can get very confused about the situation. So you have to recognize all that as well. You will be very sociable. You will be spending more time with the new ideas, concepts, innovation, and also a good time period to do for the community, give back to the community. Okay. Maybe you will reconnect with some old friends. Rahu is also denoted as old. So you might just, maybe some ex-partner of yours comes back into your life during this time. Be supportive of those who need your help. Some old friends might just need some kind of, support from you. So support them. Okay. So this is a good transit for you. And lastly, moon will be in your 12th house. And 12th house, it is going to be on the 30th. So this is the time when, you have to take a break from the whole world, I would say. And see, 12th house energy is, 12th house energy is more hidden, actually. That is why, and it is the loss, house of loss. For why it is the house of loss? Because first house is you. So 12th house is, from any house, is the house of loss. So first house, loss of self. That means you might just be going overseas. You might be spending too much money of yours on something which you didn't even plan. That is why whenever there is an issue, related to hospitalization, imprisonment, etc. So we see from the 12th house. So that kind of an expenditure can also come up. Also, this is the house of rejuvenation. You might just get very hyperactive because Mars is there. So this is something which is this is like letting be, letting yourself be for a couple of days time. Okay. You will feel more connected to the spiritual realms. Maybe, you will go for some workout maybe, and you're feeling nirvana, like with, feeling. It's not necessary that you have to sit in silence in one place and that is meditation. For me, meditation is now what I'm doing. I'm making a video, I'm imparting the knowledge. I'm not doing any kind of charity or something, but it is for my satisfaction. It is for my happiness, that soul satisfaction I find when I impart the jnana that I have. God has given me that privilege, no? So this is something, it could be that, you're just doing your work at the place of work, and you suddenly feel this work, oh, it's so beautiful. It came up so beautiful. That is also nirvana. That is also annihilation. That is also sort of a rejuvenating energy, isn't it? That is meditative. I find that meditative. Creativity can be heightened. That is why when moon transits the 12th house, people journal, people write their heart, pour their heart out. And they are good poets also. It said that they are good poets when moon is in transiting 12th house. So you might just write a poetry. You can be overly emotional. You can be feeling guilty also. You feel worthless at times, when you are alone, what do you think? First thing you think is, what have I done? Oh my God, this is wrong. Oh my God, why the hell did I do it? The guilt. That is the 12th house energy. So what you have to do is, you have to use a positive vocabulary first for yourself. I'm worth it. I am blessed. I'm a power magnet. I am going to be giving, I have the best of the things in the world. So you have to change that, perspective. So all this happens whenever, with me especially, whenever moon is transiting the 12th house, I don't know, somehow, as if, the light just, glows. I don't know, some beautiful ideas come up, So you feel more spiritually inclined also during this 12th house transit. And this is the last sign of the house of the natural zodiac. So it's the end of the cycle. So you do feel, what you have done in the past, you want to contemplate, you want to see, you want to check. Okay. And this is also recuperating from whatever you have missed out on. So you will recover, you will do well. Okay. And Mercury is transiting your 3rd house, and Mercury is going to be in your Cancer sign. So this is happening on the 29th June till the 19th of July. It's all written here. It is on Taurus right now. If people keep asking like that, what reading is going on? So this is the basic thing. This is the basic. Right in front of you, it's it's written Taurus. Still people are, asking, is it Gemini? Very weird. Anyhow, so Mercury is going to be in Cancer sign, and it is going to be making you very emotional in your communication with your siblings, with your neighbors. You might just be attending lot many meetings, and short journeys will be very fruitful for you also. In short, Mercury's transit in your third house is going to be very positive for you. Okay. Now I'm coming to the Gemini sign. And I'm writing here, it's Gemini reading. Okay. So for Gemini natives, this week moon is going to be in your 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th houses. See, this is the Chandra Ashtama whenever moon is transiting your 8th house. Capricorn. So moon will be transiting 24th, 25th, your 8th house. And this moon, whenever is in the 8th house, you learn a lot. It's my personal experience. See, everybody will say moon transit the 8th house is Chandrashtama. It's not good. It will give you, some negative energy. You will feel very negative and all that. But remember, moon in the 8th house is going to be making you very, very emotional. Moon is food. Moon is mouth. What happens when it is reversed? Moon exalts in Taurus sign, the second sign of the natural zodiac, and it debilitates in the 8th sign of the natural zodiac. 8th sign, 8th house is not considered to be good because it is the exit. It is the transformative sign. So when moon is there, you become overly emotional. So that is the reason you should not make any important decisions on this date. That is why Chandrashtama is all the time considered to be negative, because you do land up in making decisions emotionally and not practically, and then you regret. Why did I make this decision? Only that's the reason I forewarn you, whenever moon is transiting your 8th house, you might feel little intense. The emotions are intense. So watch out and eat right, because it impacts your digestive system as well. Drink lots of fluids, hydrate yourself. Then nothing will happen. Chandrashtama will not give you that negative results as it is supposed to. We are getting the warning now, okay? So any kind of deep-seated fears, desires, issues can be touched on easily when moon is transiting through the 8th house. There is something you have been avoiding. Now it's time to look into it. Don't ignore. That is what this moon is trying in this. Every month, once at least, moon is going to be in your 8th house, right? So you have to accept it. So that is why, you actually become more self-introspective. You become more self-critical also. And this is also where, you start comparing yourself with others. And then you land up into problems. That's the time you land up into problems and issues. Why that person is getting successful? Why I'm not getting so many views? Why I'm not getting so many subscribers, right? For example, if you are a YouTuber, forget it. If it is not there in your luck, you will not get it. If it is there in your luck, you will any which ways get it. Keep doing your thing, na? Keep doing your thing. So if I would have, thought about my subscribers not growing, my views not growing, I would have not been sitting here for past 7 years. 8 years. I'm doing this. 8 years. And I have no regrets. Because if it is in my destiny, I will get it. But I will not stop doing for which I'm actually born for. It's just the numbers that you have to chase. Sorry, don't do it. So just be strong. Okay, don't be possessive. Don't be too much into that zone where, you're bickering and you're just thinking about, oh, that person is growing, that person is doing so well, I'm not. that comparison, that you should not, the jealousy. Okay. There can be a, intense relationship, intimate relationship with your partner. 8th house activities. This is very, very important for sexual acts. So when moon goes there, your bonding is very emotional. You're very intense in your intimate relationships. So you have to see all of that also. How can we ignore that? See, sexual aspect, people have a taboo. They don't discuss it. One must discuss all these things. As an astrologer, why not? That's a very important aspect of our lives. How can, as an astrologer, I have inhibitions and I don't discuss all this with you? All my clients, they know it. I discuss all this openly and I don't have any kind of judgmental problem. No. Why should I be judgmental if I'm an astrologer? Okay. So don't be judgmental. Don't be resentful. You might just feel unfulfilled during this time on the 24th and 25th. Okay. I think that was a stretchy kind of a reading. Then on the 26th, 27th, moon is going to be with Saturn in Aquarius sign, and Saturn is going to be stationary. Your luck lord is getting stationary. I will be doing the video though, but still, it is going to be a little bit of, I would say slowdom that you will feel. Things are not moving. You might just feel quite uneasy. Moon is going to be there. But remember, you will be an explorer. When moon is transiting this zone of your 9th house, here you will feel that you're very philosophical. You're just, exploring religion suddenly. Or maybe, there is a sudden passing in the family also we see when Saturn is transiting. Saturn is stationary. It is a very precarious kind of a thing, your near and dear ones, you should be careful if they are in that age group, especially. I'm not saying that, God forbid, never. I wish everybody's, family is healthy, hale and hearty. But when Saturn goes stationary, if you have any ailing parents or ailing grandparents, so you have to be extra cautious. Okay. That is something when Saturn and moon are getting conjunct in the 9th house. It's said that you go to the, forget it. Whatever. So let's not get into it. That's a fact. So I don't want to discuss it too much. Now, you might just be, on that zone where you're writing something, so, you're a publisher. You want to spend time meditating and, you want to do some kind of exploring, traveling, and you want to be more, you feel very light also at times. That is when moon is in the 9th house of yours. You feel you are positively endless. That's the right word. You feel that, you have so much of optimism. Suddenly you feel that. So that feel-good factor is going to be predominant. You might just connect with your father, your guru, and you will learn more. You're exploring, right? And you should actually break free from the mundane jobs. Do something very different, out of the box. You will feel better. Okay. Evaluate your spiritual path and whatever, you are, you want to explore, you should be doing that as well. Okay. And 9th house is the 12th from your 10th. So it might just bring about some issues at the workplace. Maybe, there is a lot of effort that you're putting and you're not getting that kind of result. So don't get frustrated and irritated, that I'm doing everything, but I'm not getting the right kind of results. Difficult to achieve your goals and activities that you're involved in. There can be some liabilities that you have to pay for. So all that can happen as well. It's not just the good things, no? There are 9 grahas, but only 2 are the positive ones. So it's 2:7 ratio. So there has to be some problems as well that we have to experience every day. But, liabilities are increasing, workload, confrontations, disagreements can happen between you and your superiors because it's the 12th house from your 10th. So be careful about that. Engage in some philanthropic activities and you will feel better. Moon is going to be in your 10th house, and that's going to be happening from the 28th to the 30th, 7 a.m. 6 to 7 a.m. India time. So please change the time as per your zones as well. So this is something which is going to be 10th house energy is definitely very positive. Your efforts will yield the expected results, and your bosses will praise you. There will be some too much of workload also, because Rahu energy is going to be giving you that. You might just become very emotional, at the workplace. Oh my God, I did this, and you're just going to be very happy about it. So overly joyous, that kind of a thing at the workplace. You will have access to excellent, delectable meals. Maybe you will be enjoying some party or something at the workplace. Maybe you achieve your targets. What happens? The boss is throwing a party at the workplace. So that is something which is definitely enjoyable. That's a joyous moment as well. So when you achieve your goals and targets, so career wise, it's a good period for you, and you will be involved in too much of workload with work. So just be careful. You are a workaholic, no doubt, but just don't get burnt out. Give yourself some time and break as well. And there can be some kind of bickering which can happen. Also, backstabbing can happen as well. People are just trying to befool you at the place of work, and you might just fall prey to that. So be prepared for all those energies as well. Whenever moon is transiting the 10th house, moon is going to be in your 11th house. That's going to be for a day on the 30th. And then, of course, it stays there, and I'll be taking it forward in the next week as well. So 11th house energy is about, emotionally, you want to be free, because it is the house where, you want to do things very differently. It is about desires, right? And it is also about innovation and ideas. It is about socializing. It is about doing for others as well. So this is like, you like innovation and individuality, right? So you want to assert, yourself as your own person. You may feel better in a group. You want to actually know your potential. But what happens? You come across people who are like-minded, and then you start doing things. So this is the time when you will. But Mars is there. So you can be very aggressive. So use this aggression in being more innovative, in being more productive. Okay. So this is the time when you can have those kinds of ideas and concepts working, and you're going to be doing something for others, maybe for your siblings. You're going to be just connecting with some old friends who need help, or connecting with them. Some ex-partner might just come back to your life. So but be helpful, do for others. Okay. Do some work for the community, give back. Okay. Coming to the next sign, that is, okay, I forgot one thing. Your Lagnesh is going to be in your second house. So dear, when Mercury is going to be in your second house, it is very good for your financials. Remember, Mercury is your Lagnesh. And when second house is with the movable Rashi, it means that you have to put little extra effort to save your money. So money is, Lakshmi is chanchal. That is what we say. Means Lakshmi is not sthir. It's not stationary. It doesn't stay. But you can actually plug your expenditures. So it is money. It's sort of what you're not spending is saving only, So money is going to be exponentially growing, or we can say the savings are going to grow once Mercury transits the Cancer sign. You will be very emotionally connected with your family also, and you will be discussing how you can do well with your financials. Mercury is going to be in your second house, Mars, as it is in the 11th house, so very good for your financial growth. From 29 June to 19th of July, it's a good time period for this. Okay. So stay blessed. Coming to the next Rashi, that is next sign, that is Cancer. So for Cancer natives, this week, moon is going to be, your Lagnesh is going to be transiting your 7th, 8th, 9th, and lastly, the 10th house. So when moon is in the 7th house on the 24th, 25th, your relationships are intertwined with your feelings. And you may be more prone to expressing your feelings with your partner. or with the people around you. Seventh house, if first house is you, seventh house is everyone else apart from you. So it is good for expressing your feelings, whatever you're going through, with others, not just your partner, business partner, life partner, but with everyone around you. How you feel about your relationships, what is happening in your life, how you should have a good frequency and wavelength with your partner, all that you will be thinking about. And also, this is good time for travels, because seventh house is the house of travels as well. And it's actually a beautiful time period to start a relationship as well. Okay, if you want to get married, etc. Oh, I forgot to tell you that Venus is rising. I think I forgot. Mercury is rising and Venus is also rising. Okay, I will make a separate video of both. The combustion, is getting over. So I forgot to mention that. That is a very important one. So what is happening when Venus is also rising, on the 29th? So it's good for your, if you want to get married or something. So Astangata is getting over. Your feelings are, very much towards nurturing, and, how you can be more caring, and all that happens when moon is transiting your seventh house. And also, you do feel this is actually the time when, you will be successful in your endeavors and pursuits, whatever you have on mind. This is also good for overseas firms, connection with them, partnership business. If you want to plant a seed right now with co-workers also, you will be, doing well. You will fare well with them, and there will be some kind of um, coming out of that competitive, that competition. Rather than being competitive, you will be more friendlier. Okay. And some kind of variety will be there, in earnings also. Maybe you will be doing multiple things, as business also, job also, or maybe some other way of looking at the other avenues to make money as well. You will be having a social life. It said that you wear good clothes. In the classic text is written, you wear new clothes when moon is transiting your seventh house. So maybe you will be meeting some people on this day, and you're having some meetings or presentations or lectures or something like that, and you're going to be dressing up well. So social life is better, and the connection with opposite people, are apart from you, is good. Just keep in mind that don't overindulge yourself. This is a good time period for having a good intimate relationship also, okay, with your partner. Eighth house energy. Now, moon is going to be joining this Saturn, which is going to be stationary this week. And moon is going to be in your eighth house, and Saturn, as it is in the eighth house. Now, people will say the eighth house energy is bad, 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 bad. But you must understand that you can be very emotionally involved during this time with something that is making you feel very emotional. Could be money, could be relationship. So that is when moon is in the eighth house. This energy is prevalent. So maybe you will be very emotional, and you will be, if you're focused on yourself and not others, so it might be a little difficult. But when you are imparting your energy to others, you're giving your time, your patience, your services to others, then things are a little better. Also, eighth house energy, you become very intense in your thought process. That is why it is not advisable to make hasty or impulsive decisions. Any kind of important decisions don't make on the moon transiting the eighth house. You will definitely be doing very well in research work. If you are already thinking of something very deeply, it's good, perfect. I would say it's perfect. It'll give you very good results. But if you have to make any major decisions, no, then you will definitely have some issues, some problems here. Okay. Because, when the energies are going down, what happens? This is spoiling and it is going down. Eighth house is the Kundalini also, no? It's the eighth house energy. So what happens, you become very emotional, intense, and it is a very powerful energy which is very difficult to handle for a moon energy. It is not. That is why it is assigned to who? Mars, because Mars is a warrior. He can handle this energy. He can Tackle this energy, not moon. Moon is the opposite of Mars. Remember, moon is soft, Mars is not. So when moon is transiting the 8th house, you do feel that there is a lot of, as if, there are so many arrows coming towards you. How to protect? Only Mars can protect, right? So if you have a very strong Mars, then this moon transit every time in the 8th house will not impact you. Will not. Because you are very emotional kinds. No, Cancer people are very emotional kinds any which ways. So when moon is transiting the 8th house, it's over it all the way, taking and grasping it. So you must, your deep-seated fears, your desires, your issues can be touched on easily with moon traveling the 8th house. There can be too much of possessiveness. There can be too much of jealousy that you can, have. Those people are doing well. When you start comparing, oh, that person is married, happily married, has children. You don't know what they are going through. You have no idea. But still, whatever they're projecting, that's the Aruda, no? Aruda Lagna. What people are projecting, how you perceive others. So what happens, when you are not happy from inside, from within, you will feel that everybody else is happy and I'm not. So you must actually develop positivity, positive energies, imbibe those in you so that not a single aspect of life, the outside world, impacts you. So if you are internally very strong, 8th house, 12th house, 6th house, anywhere moon transits, it's not going to harm you. It's not going to impact you negatively. I have seen people, especially, why we see the dasha. Why? I've seen people breaking down in moon dasha. Moon is waxes and wanes, and it is like too much to the emotional, too much to the emotions. So people actually, that is why dasha is very important. If you are in the moon dasha and you have moon transiting the 8th house, I know you people go through a lot of turmoil. Some deeper issues, you're going to be actually focusing more on. They're going to be more intense, more powerful. They'll just supersede. And you will feel really bad, why that person is flourishing, why that person is happy, I'm not. All those kinds of things. Moon is going to be here in the 8th house on the 26th and 27th. After 28th, 27th, 28th to the 30th early morning, India time, Delhi time. You can see there's written Delhi, India. So I'm talking as per Delhi, India time. So when moon is in your 9th house on this day, it's going to be with Rahu and in trine to Mercury. Mercury will be in your 1st house at that time. So when it is in the 9th house, you want to explore your mind. You want to push yourself, you want to stretch yourself. You can be very philosophical. Whenever moon transits the 9th house, you become very philosophical. Your freedom, your emotions, your spiritual angle, all these, or physically, you feel very charged up. You want to go out and let go of things, explore the hidden realm, something new. You really want to understand the new things in life. You want to roam freely. That is the moon energy in the 9th house. I hope everything is well with you guys because Rahu is transiting the 9th house. It can also give you turmoil in the family, remember. Because from the 2nd house, this is the 8th house. It can give you problems and complications health-wise also. So that you have to take care when moon is also transiting here, especially on the 28th to the 30th morning. Somebody, maybe your father, your grandfather, can be unwell. So you need to pay more attention there. But you're learning, how to take care of them, how to tackle things. This is the 12th house from your 10th also. Maybe you will have some complications at the workplace with your seniors and bosses. Maybe they're not giving you that kind of attention or they're not paying that kind of value to you. They're not giving you that value. You have to actually accept certain things, whenever moon is in the ninth house, you do feel things are goals, whatever you have set, the goals that you have set, they are not actually meeting up to the mark or the expectations. People are not giving you that kind of acknowledgements. Your opponents and foes will get the upper hand. um, you can have some complications in your finances, as I said, because from the second house is the eighth house transit. So household life can be little stressful. Avoid any kind of disagreements, with your father, with your children. And maybe, you can have some troubles in your sexual or the physical relationship also. Okay. That is what, I have seen. The ninth house energy is very important. If there is a malefic graha there, so it will impact your family life for sure, because it's the eighth from the second. Family, finances, all that you have to work on. Then moon transits through the 10th house on the 30th, sorry. So when moon is in the 10th house, it's actually, sort of a placement where you feel that there is a lot of support, from the co-workers. And your endeavors, whatever your endeavors, whatever your efforts are, they will be actually recognized. You will get that kind of accolades and people will recognize you. You'll be actually able to evaluate whether or not your goals are truly serving a purpose. And you definitely will have some social status, career-wise. It is going to be very positive. Some authoritative figures will actually recognize you, especially from the parents also, you will get that, So this is something which is going to be very, very positive for the people who are very sensitive also, who are very sensitive to the environment. Career-wise, it is a very progressive time period. And if you are a workaholic, then you have to take it all very easy rather than just take a back seat. Don't have to do it all yourself, okay? You have to have some, your efforts will yield the expected results. Your bosses will praise you. You will maybe get some reward or, Mars is Digbali here. Don't forget that. So this is good for your satisfaction, purchasing of some things, which you have been waiting for. So it is going to be an awarding and a rewarding phase for you, okay? And maybe there is a get together at the workplace and you enjoy, having some good food at the workplace itself. Now, Mercury is going to be transiting on the 29th June till the 19th of July, your first house. And this is the time when, you will be more communicative. Suddenly you will see that you are jabba, 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 jabba. You know why I say jabba, 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 jabba? Actually, my son used to say that a lot. So I picked it up from there. So you can be too much into communication. You can be more, involved in finances. Maybe you will be working on your business acumen that you have. Mercury is going to be don't get too emotional with Mercury there. Mercury is a practical planet. So don't get too emotional about things. But at the same time, you definitely are going to be working through your finances, your business growth, education plan, how to communicate with others. Some presentations, etc., will go really fantastic. So this is a very positive time period. You will be expressive about whatever you're doing. Okay. So beware. I have mentioned in the beginning part some, details, what is happening on the YouTube. So please do refer to that, how you can be protected, how you can save money. If you are looking for, the report on your horoscope. So just be careful. But don't fall prey to whatever is given on the internet also. Just be careful. Coming to the next one. And sorry, I must tell you, Saturn is turning retrograde, so it's a good period for you, I must tell you. And Jupiter is Vargotama, so that is also good for connecting with your friends, family, and also you can be maybe going in for some new relationships, innovation, and you're going to be making good chunk of money as well. Some new business can also start up. Coming to the next sign, that is Leo. This is a long, long video, I'm sure. Leo. Okay. This is what I do when I'm unwell. So imagine if I'm well, what will I do? All right. So for Leo natives, you see, Moon is going to be in your 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th houses this week. 24 to 25th is going to be in your 6th house. Now, 6th house is the house of energy, actually, servitude attitude. You can be very enthusiastic about whatever you're doing, actually. Whenever Moon transits here, I tell whosoever is looking for losing weight, start when Moon is in the 6th house and you will lose weight very fast. So when Moon is transiting your 6th house, so you will be able to vanquish your foes. Isn't it beautiful? Some unfinished duties you will be actually be able to finish. And also, this is going to be very positive for your relationship with your own self, Also, why own self? Because you're going to be looking after yourself. That is why, because you will get to know about your body well, and you will feel very strong and energized, and you will be very communicative, and you will be helpful. You'll be sensitive how people are working, how their situation is, what is their condition. So your compassion you see from here, how compassionate you are with others. It's very important to be compassionate, I'm telling you. Working is tied to your emotions when Moon is transiting your 6th house. And working hard and getting things done will make you feel at ease. You'll feel much better. You won't stop until everything is finished. So you're going to be very productive. And you're going to be very emotional about your relationships also. And, your health, you have to take care. Don't just ignore, even if it is the minutest of the thing, even if you have, because I did ignore. See, being an astrologer, I do this because it was destined. Then when I looked back and I saw what nakshatra was there, how it connected, then I said, wow, it was so shocking. My dasha changed at the time. And I was like, you must have felt also from past 2, 3 videos, I've become very philosophical. I've become very emotional also. So these things, actually, they really work, the dasha changes you completely. So this is why, we must actually check when a compassion is the key. And when you are actually, not looking after your health, then definitely the health will also, the body will also give up. So you must be cautious. Even if it is the smallest of the thing, go to the doctor. Okay. Get yourself examined. Get that schedule a checkup. Every 6 months, 1 year, you should schedule a checkup. See what age group you are. Now that I'm 50 plus, so I have to go for the checkups on time, several times, in fact. So we must actually, because I have multiple issues as well. So we must look after our health. Okay. And pay attention what your body is telling you. Stop when you are feeling that, no, it is not working. Don't run after money. Too much money. Oh, I must make money now, etc., etc. People should just draw a line. Okay. So take good care of yourself when Moon is in the 6th house. Also, pet the animals. When you have to pet the animal, you have to do it when Moon is transiting the 6th house. Also, it is in trine to Jupiter and Ketu. So you have to, any which ways, take care of your health. You will have health issues, but they will be cleared also because Jupiter is looking here. So you will get help. You will get right kind of advice and right kind of doctor you will meet. Okay. Moon is going to be in your 7th house on the 26th and 27th, and Saturn is also there in the Kendra. So this will be the time period when your relationships are intertwined with your feelings. Saturn is a very detaching planet, remember. Your partner has either become very detached or is becoming cold. And, with this Saturn, stationary Saturn for 4, 5 days, this might just aggravate those things. And also, this is the time when you will experience suddenly, that your feelings are becoming very, there's a tug of war. You're very emotional. Then you have, something to do with your practicality. That aspect is also playing out. So there is a lot of tug of war when moon is in your seventh house. Sometimes it is a cold relationship, sometimes it is a very beautiful relationship, emotional relationship. So a relationship come under the microscope actually during this time. So you will be actually having that kind of feeling that I must look into it, what is happening, whether this is where I should be. So all that you will definitely be looking into your relationships more, and you better in tune, you better get attuned with your feelings and with your relationship with your partner. Okay. And this is also a good time period for nurturing and having a good relationship. uh, Being a nurturing one, of course, is definitely advisable. And when moon is here, business partnership with overseas firms, foreigners, these will be successful. You should be, putting more efforts to that side. And your co-workers will appreciate you. They can be that you're meeting some people, there's a meeting, etc. You're wearing good clothes, new clothes, or maybe you're coming across those kinds of people where, you require that kind of that outlook. You have to uh, how you look, I mean, you might just change your look also, because it is the seventh house energy, travels, social. This is the social life. So maybe you will isolate yourself. Saturn is there, or your partner isolates. You are not, but your partner is isolating. Okay. And this is also the terrific time for all sorts of enjoyment. You must enjoy also. Okay. And anything to do with your, overindulgence in physical aspect, in, having alcoholic beverages, etc. So just draw a line. Okay. Moon will be transiting your eighth house on the 28th to the 30th early morning. And Rahu is already there in your eighth house. So you need to, first of all, take care of your health. Don't indulge in any kind of scheming, convert or converting your money, difficult money into easy money. See, eighth house transit is what, you can really modify it. Eighth house is not the house meant for a soft planet like, or Soumya Graha like moon. It is a very rough house where you need to work on your emotions really very strongly, how you can handle things. You might become very emotional about your, or maybe self-pity, guilt. All these things also happen when moon is transiting your eighth house. So this might just give you that, why that person is doing well in the life. Your comparison starts. You start feeling that, you're not worth it. You're not good for anything. All those feelings, eighth house energy is working. So when moon transits there, that's why, let Mars be there. I always say let Mars be there. So what do I mean by saying that? It means that you need to be very strong. If you're strong, nothing will impact you. No outsiders, no outside world will impact you. You can sway between strong emotions, So that is your deep-seated fears, your desires, your issues. You're going to be handling all that when moon is transiting there, and it's becoming very intense. Rahu energy is also prevalent, remember. So you need to be very strong, calm down. Don't make hasty decisions and impulsive decisions during this time. Don't feel jealous what the others are doing. That's their karma. That's their part of story. You have your own destiny. Maybe you're happier, happier than them. You have 100K subscribers, but you're not happy from within in your family life. How does it matter? How does it matter? How satisfied are you by the end of the day? Numbers are just numbers. They won't matter any day, in future. Especially not for a person like me. If I was chasing, I would have done too much of marketing, etc., I would have also got 100K subscribers. I don't do any marketing. I don't do any kind of digitalizing, I am not doing anything of that sort. So just relax, let it flow. Whatever is yours will come to you any which ways, no? So relax. Moon is lastly going to be in the 9th house and Mars is waiting there. So it is an impulsive kind of a transition. You have to be careful about your relationship with your father. You can be an explorer. You can have a mindset which is philosophical. You can be very religious kinds during this time. That's happening on the 30th. So you can be having a lot of, energy where you want to explore the untapped realms, the potential that you have. You want to just explore that. So that is something which happens when moon is here in the when moon is here in the transiting the 9th house. Okay, so that is something which is going to be making you feel good about yourself. When you are upgraded, how you feel when you are learning the skills, when you're doing well, in other spheres of life, you do feel confident, isn't it? But do remember, this is the 12th house from the 10th. So you have to learn your lesson also. There is some mistake that you're repeatedly making. So you will get to know that. Until unless you commit the mistake, you will not know, right? Some loss has to be made, if you want to make money or if you want to make profits. So how will you distinguish between profits and losses otherwise? So any house from a particular house is 12th house from itself is the house of loss, house of actually learning, I would say. So you will learn, you will upgrade yourself, and then you will be, so skilled and you will do really well at the place of work that, to do the karma. Okay. You want to just, do things to make you feel, it's sort of an unwinding kind of a thing, you want to understand, you want to explore, you want to break free from the mundane also. So that is when moon is transiting your 9th house. And don't fall prey to the arguments, heated arguments, etc., with your family members or your bosses, seniors, father life figures, guru, etc. So don't fall prey to that. Learn from them. This is the house of learning for that reason only. You learn and you grow. You quit your karma. Then you will be feeling that satisfaction level, that yes, I'm doing well. Mercury is going to be in your 12th house, in your Cancer sign. So Mercury in the Cancer sign is definitely going to be making you feel more emotional about your, communication with others. You can be very communicative, but you are going to be very emotional. Foreign travels can take place. Maybe you're going to be traveling with your family, you're working and you're traveling. So this is going to be the house where, you are going to be spending a lot of money also. On education, maybe you're just going for studies and you have to spend. So that is also quite possible. Or maybe you're just taking up some courses, you're studying, so you're spending on your books, purchasing of books, etc. also. Okay. Rejuvenate yourself. Coming to the next sign, that is, see, Venus is rising. I must tell you, Mercury is also rising, and so is Saturn, getting stationary and then retrograding. This week, it is going to be stationary, actually. So this is also going to be giving you some clarity about your friends and foes, who's who. So this is a good transit for you. In any which ways at the workplace, you will get to know them better. Okay. So I'll be making a separate video, elaborate one. Venus, when is rising, it's a good time period to get married, etc. if you want to. So good things you can do, some karma kand, as we say. Coming to the next one, that is Virgo. So for Virgo natives, okay. For Virgo natives, moon is going to be in your 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th houses. So 5th house is the house of intellect. 5th house is the house of speculation. 5th house is the house of children. And this is the time period when you can be more indulgent in romance. It's good for getting connected with people creatively. You yourself can be very creative as well. This is also the house of fun activities. Maybe, you're pursuing your hobbies, you're just unwinding. Because fifth house is actually hemmed between fourth and sixth. So from fourth house, you have relaxed, you have done a lot at the home front, but not for yourself, for others. Then you move into fifth house, you're going to be doing for yourself, and then you move into sixth house, which is like doing for others again. It's that kind of a situation. So whatever you find that's fun and gives you reprieve and stress relieving, so you will definitely get involved in it. Some creative outlets, you will feel very moody in love and romance. You will feel very sexually agile, and all that happens romantically agile, I would say. And you can be more emotional about your children if you have. And this is also a good time to conceive if you are planning to. And avoid laziness. Moon is going to be in your sixth house, and that's going to be from the 26th to the 27th. In the fifth house, from 24th to 25th, and then 26th to 27th in your sixth house. Sixth house energy is definitely where, you are working is tied to your emotions. You're going to be now getting involved in working, too much of workload, productivity, workaholism that we see from this house as well. So how productive you are. Maybe, you have a lot of work to finish because you have been overindulgent in the previous house. Now you're going to be more productive. So you're going to be spending more time at the place of work with your seniors, with your bosses, discussing things, how we can be productive, how we can fulfill the targets, how we can achieve those targets. And, just that is something which you're discussing. You're more involved with that. How your relationships, at work satisfy you emotionally may become your focus now. You're going to be a team leader. You're going to be helping others. Your health can be of a concern also. And this is a good time to schedule a checkup. Sixth house energy, you must not ignore. This is the time when you should actually focus more on the smallest of the things. Also, if you're having some cough, also just don't, cough, cold, flu, just go check with the doctor what exactly is happening. Saturn is there, no? Saturn gives you ailments which actually take time to heal. So you must actually not ignore. You should take care. If you're too stressed out also, you must actually take it easy now. You can just go little haywire and you just land up into doing things, going overboard. So you need to take it easy. This is the time when you want to pet a dog or a cat or any kind of animal. So this is the time period. You are going to be very nurturing kinds. Maybe you're going to be taking your pet to the veterinary, Moon is going to be in your seventh house and Rahu is already there. So the relationship is pretty much, like too much of demand from the partner's side. Your relationships are intertwined with your feelings, and you may be prone to expressing your feelings with your partner. And you can be more involved in your relationship, getting into the nitty-gritties of the relationship, how I can work on this, how I can make this relationship better, feeling like you need to be around people. And, this can be of too much of spending time with the social time, as we say. So you're wanting people around you too much. Okay. And you are better in tune with your feelings and relationship with your partner. You feel like you need to be around people. You want to make your behavior very pleasant with others. But remember, Rahu is actually not a good planet here because, Rahu is very demanding. And that pursuit, to success is exponential. This is a good time period for travels. Maybe foreign lands. You can be traveling overseas also. And when Moon is in the seventh house, means it is also going to be giving you some business partnerships, overseas business partnerships, foreign connections. Also, this is the time to get married also. Once Venus rises, this is a good time period for that as well. You will have a good social life, but don't overindulge because Rahu is taking you to intoxication. So you need to work on that. Moon is going to be in your eighth house, and that's going to be on the 30th. And there is a Mars waiting there as well. So this can bring about some conflicts with your bosses, seniors, and you are just comparing yourself with others. So you feel bogged down. You feel that nothing is working. This is not a great place for Mars, for Moon, but great place for Mars. Because when you are very emotional, who's the warrior? When you are weak, warrior is the one who can fight it out. It's a very strong house, very powerful house. So you need to be really very strong here. And the opponents, your opponents um, may become very, no, I think Mars is there, so you will be protected. I was about to say something else, but this is extremely powerful position of Moon and Mars here together. Because they have a niche bhanga whenever they are together. Remember, the niche bhanga happens because Moon debilitates in Mars's sign and Mars debilitates in the Moon sign. So when Mars and Moon come together, it is naturally breaking the negative energies away. So this is of the 8th house. So this is good for a passionate lovemaking. It is good for getting married. It's good for making money. It's good for eating wrong foods and then falling sick. So be careful about eating the right things so that you don't have any stomach related or digestion related problems. You can be a little anxious, stressful as well, because it is the 8th house energy. So you can be maybe experiencing that why the other people are doing well better than me. So that comparison might just bring you down. Mercury, your Lagnesh, is also going to be leaving your 10th house and going to be in your 11th, which is very good for communicating with the friends, family, people around you who are going to be really helping you out also, in whatever, your mindset is. So you need that, how to invest, where to park funds. So you're going to be getting that kind of advice also when Moon is transiting your, Mercury is transiting your 11th house, sorry, not Moon, Mercury. Mercury is changing signs, but Mercury will be leaving on the 19th of July. The zone of 11th house and will be moving into your 12th and will come back. So that is also a good time period. Okay, coming to the next one, that is Libra. Today's video is pretty much, I think, way up time. Okay, no problem. So what happens when Moon is transiting your 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th houses this week? So Moon is your 10th lord. Okay. When Moon is in your transiting your 4th house, now this is the place where you are now thinking about your work, but you're not doing anything much. Maybe you're working from home. Okay. And this is also the time when, your mindset is such that you want to be your homey, you're completely at ease. You want to do things, you want to spend time with your loved ones. Okay. Some kind of inspection of self also happens when Moon is in the 4th house. You're at home, you're sitting with your own people, and suddenly you black out. You just blank out, not black out, but blank out, because you go in trance. With everyone, this happens. Not even a single person will say that I'm saying wrong thing. No, everybody zones out. So what happens when Moon is in the 4th house? You're sitting with people, but you zone out and you start thinking about or evaluating about your, your past. Sometimes your past, or sometimes, something to do with your guilt that, oh, why did I do that? I should have not done that. Oh my gosh. So all those feelings might erupt. So this is the time when you need to be strong, because it will bog you down otherwise. Jupiter is there, thankfully. Jupiter is looking here. So it is a big time protection. And this will give you that kind of a protection in your negative thought process. You will become optimistic. You will have those thoughts, but you will turn those thoughts into positive. Okay, it happened. It's okay. It happened. So now it's over now. It happened. It's over. Now I have to move on. So those kinds of things, happen when Moon is transiting your 4th house. It's happening on the 24th and the 25th. So be strong. Grounding yourself and planting your feet firmly in the earth is positive. okay, especially to increase your sense of security, which may need a boost at this point. Understanding your intimate relationships, especially your familial ones, is very, very important. You need to nurture your people and get nurtured also, your loved ones. Okay. You may feel more to yourself. When moon is in the fourth house, you feel that, you want to remain quiet. It's like, because it's in trine to 8 and 12 also, no? 4, 8, 12. So it happens, 4, 8, 12 houses are signs as it is are water signs. So in the fourth house, when moon transits, it's its own zone. So you do become emotional. You do feel that, you want to be at peace. You want to be alone. You want to be more private. You want to be more nurturing. You want to stay calm. You want to contemplate on things. So that is something which is the subconscious mind, how you can improvise on that. And maybe, you're thinking about purchasing a property and you're looking at those, or real estate issues, or something to do with your, vehicle or something. So you are going to be experiencing all of these. And there can be some kind of upheaval also, mentally, that you're going to be going through. You have to combat that. And moon is going to be in your fifth house now on the 26th and 27th. So here it is going to be conjunct. Saturn is going to be in trine to Mercury, Venus, and Sun, and they are rising. So when Lagnesh is rising, definitely your luck is by your side. Nothing to worry. But when moon is in your fifth house, the house of intellect, your social life, now from the fourth house, which is the private house, you become very sociable. You become very charged up. You want to be very creative. You want to do things for yourself. You want to be more, it's not about your, isolation. It is about how you can be more nurturing kinds, how you can be more creative kinds, spending time out of the house. That was inside the house. Now you're out of the house. Maybe, you were repairing the house, getting some leakages blocked, leakages or blockages, opened. So that is something which was moon in the fourth house. Now moon has come out. It's a fun time now. You want to spend time with your friends. You want to spend time watching a movie, entertaining yourself. Saturn is there though. Saturn will mellow you down. So maybe you will watch Ramayan, some maybe something to do with maybe some kind of a documentary. But you're going to be watching something which educates you, which makes you more creative. Your mood is very romantic, but Saturn is curtailing you. But Saturn is stationary. That is frustrating also. Remember, this week Saturn is stationary. So you might just get frustrated also in romance. You might just get very overly emotional about your children. Okay. And maybe you have desires to conceive, to have children. Don't be overindulgent. Okay. Things which are not so good to do, avoid. Okay. There are greater chances to get approval from others to secure the sense of self. So just grab it. Just grab it. Moon is going to be transiting your sixth house, and that's happening on the 28th to the 30th. Now, when moon is in the sixth house, your working is tied to your emotions, actually. You are going to be more about doing things on the ground level, not superficially. You really are very productive. You're going to be paying attention to the nitty-gritties, little things, details, sixth house. Though it is the opposite, it's reverse, but you still are going to be very productive this day. And this is going to be a very fruitful day for you. You'll be really happy on the 26th and the 27th, 28th to the 30th. You'll say, okay, thank God I did this, which was long pending. I finished it. Okay. Take care of your health. You might just be focused more on your health. You're going to be working out. You're going to be starting with the fitness regime, eating right, sleeping on time, all that routine work, you're going to be actually working on. Your health, you have to any which ways take care, because moon and Rahu conjunction is going to be in your sixth house. So you need to schedule your checkup. Don't ignore. Exercise, adequate sleep is required. All that you are already working on. You're already thinking of. If you have too much of stress, you should actually not spend more time on doing things which can take a backseat if you're really stressed out. So take it all easy, okay? And also, you must be sensitive about your animals, your pets. You should plant trees. Moon is going to be in your 7th house on the 30th, the whole day. So that is where Mars is also there. So you will feel that, you're very emotional. Your relationships are intertwined with your feelings. Very positive for connecting with overseas people, starting some business programs. So maybe, there are some meetings and you're going to be spending a lot of time there and you're learning something. Traveling is possible. Maybe you'll be connecting with your siblings. If you can be getting married. Venus is rising after all. Asta is getting over. So this is the time when Jupiter and Venus, when they rise, marriages happen. And I have to attend many weddings. That's why I have taken out Muhurta, and I know there are so many weddings, friends, family. So I know this is the time when Venus and Jupiter both are risen and people get married. Any kind of auspicious tasks will start happening, any puja, griha parvesh, you have to do some, any kind of, purchase of land or starting renovating your place. So all that will start now. But you have your own horoscope, personalized horoscope. So you must go for Muhurta reading for yourself separately from me or from any other astrologer you trust. So you should use astrology for Muhurta, please. Okay, for timing the events. Also, this is about how you feel about your relationships. You're going to be thinking about that deeply. And in case you feel that this is not working, so you might just split also, break in agreement. But this is good for some, some kind of money gains from unexpected sources also suddenly. And that will provide you a lot of joy as well. Okay. And your social life is going to get better. You're going to be, buying some foods, some kind of, dinners. You're going to be going out, wearing new clothes. Maybe you're going to be buying some household items also on this day, maybe, so enjoy it. But don't get overindulgent. Don't cross the line. Okay, whatever you're doing, be in limit. Mercury is changing signs, is going to be in your 10th house. Very good for communicating at the workplace. You have some projects in hand, you need some communication, so you should do it. And also complete the task one by one, gradually. Don't do it in one go. Go slow. Overseas connectivity might just increase and you might just be traveling also with Mercury ingress in your 10th house. Saturn is turning retrograde, stationary and then retrograde. That means it'll stop and then will start moving backwards. So that's the time period where you will be experiencing some transition happening between, your home and your own environment, your own self. So there has to be a good sync. They have to be in sync with each other. Okay. But it is good for purchasing property. You want to travel, you want to shift out, you want to go somewhere else, move out from the place where you are. So it is going to bring about those changes. What changes happened last year, maybe this year also, there is a small change which is coming in, similar kind of a change. Suppose you're living in one house, you might just change and start living in some other house, quite likely. Okay. Jupiter is going to be Vargottama, not to forget the 8th house Jupiter is going to be Vargottama in Taurus sign. So this is a good time period to make speculative income, some money where you have parked your funds. You might just make money out of money also. So very positive time period for those reasons. Otherwise, take care of your health. Coming to the next one, that is Scorpio. For Scorpio natives, this week Moon is going to be transiting your 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th houses. So when Moon is transiting your 3rd house is the house of communication. In terms of your professional life, you would be successful and capable of attaining your objectives. Your bosses will recognize you, respect you for whatever you're doing. It will be actually financially also very advantageous. And you will be able to recoup from your debts, loans, etc. that you have taken. So very positive. Relationship with your spouse, neighbors, relatives, these all will be brother, sister. These all will be actually, during this Moon's transit, the 3rd house, house of communication, will improve. or you will become very emotional about your people around you. This is good for getting married also, because Jupiter is looking at this moon. So if at all you're looking for a potential partner, so you will definitely find one and you will get married as well. This is also the place where, you're going to be using your hands and, your shapes, and to make maybe writing skills, you will be, or maybe playing an instrument. So you might just go in for that. So you should actually, you should be doing it. Don't ignore. Okay. Any kind of short distance journeys and travels definitely will be fruitful. Moon is going to be in your Aquarius sign in your fourth house, where Saturn is posited on the 26th and the 27th, and is going to be in trine to Sun, Venus, and Mercury. Sun, Venus, and Mercury are going to be getting out of combustion, the Astangata, as actually we say. So they're coming out of the Astangata. So this is definitely very positive for you guys. And you're going to be maybe planning for some marriage proposal coming in. So all that is going to trigger as well, because now Venus is going to be moving ahead also. Here, Moon is going to be in your fourth house. And fourth house energy is on 26th to the 27th. Here, Moon is going to be conjunct Saturn and in trine to Sun, Venus, and Mercury. So this is a very positive time period for your, anything about your purchasing of property. You want to just spend time with your family, because this is the fourth house is the house of family also. It will evaluate, it will give you time to evaluate your roots. You will connect with your roots, your past. You will be self-introspection time. You will be actually, thinking about what happened in the past. Why did I do it? All those feelings, come in when Moon is in the fourth house. 4, 8, 12 houses are self-introspective to yourself houses. So this might just be going in for, that, okay, I have to ground myself. Okay, I don't have to lose my temper. I must understand my relationships. I must be more nurturing kinds. So all these things are going to be playing out the theme with Saturn also there. So you're going to be very strict with your own self, disciplined. Your mother can be very disciplined also. And this is also very positive for, any kind of, vehicle purchase or property related issues if you want to sort out. So this is going to be giving you that. But you can be a little restless, because this is, after all, the fourth house ruled by Moon, and Moon is transiting there. Saturn is also there. So babies born will have the peak of Sadasati, no? So you need to take care of your chest problems. You need to take care of your eating habits also. There can be some kind of digestive issues we have seen, because this is the third house from your second. So you need to take care of your food habits also. Drive carefully, cautiously, and you're good to go. Then Moon transits through your fifth house, and that happens on the 28th to the 30th early morning. So fifth house energy is about, being more creative, being more social, how you feel, more connected with others. That is something which will make you quite, charged up. Whatever you find that's fun for you, this is the house of fun activities, entertainment activities, romance also, your friendly nature also we see, intellectual bent of mind also we see from here. So you may be in that mood of love, romance, spend time with your partner. Children may be very emotional and they need your help, or maybe they're going overseas. Rahu's there after all, no? So you're sending off your children to study abroad. Can happen. But you need to give up on the laziness part. You have to be very strong. You have to be very quick and put that effort where it is required also. It is not good for overindulgent in your sexual acts with your partner. Overindulgent. I'm not saying to stop it completely. It's impossible. You cannot. Especially, there is an age group where, you feel very agile, especially. Okay. So lastly, Moon is going to be in your sixth house, and fifth house is hem between Saturn and Mars. So you are, as it is, having complications with your partner. Now, this is the time when you will be very competitive. You will be very emotional about your work, about your productivity. You keep that first, that no, I have to take care of my health. I have to take care of my co-workers. I have to take care of my productivity. I have to work more, work harder. So all those are coming into your mind any which ways. Your health can be of some concern, so you need to take care. Mars is there already, so you need to work out. Simple. If you work out, you sweat it out, Saturn is looking at Mars, you will definitely do well. And when Saturn is stationary, it is casting its impact even more. Remember, the cast is very, very harmful, or we can say it's very, very harsh. So you need to take care of that. Okay. Take care of your animals also. And as you can see, Mercury is going to be changing signs, and it's going to be in your Bhagya Sthana. That is, Mercury is going to be giving you many avenues opening up for you, for higher studies, for doing things for others, for whatever you will think will happen. So stay positive and things will happen. Just give me a moment. Coming to the next sign, that is Sagittarius. All right. For Sagittarius natives, Moon is going to be transiting your second, third, and fourth, fifth houses this week. 24th to the 25th, Saturn is going to be in your second house. See, second house is the house of your self-esteem, your monetary status, your finances. You're very emotional about your finances on this day when Moon is transiting your second house. Now, this is the time when you have greater chance of impulse buying also, it said. You will be having some inclination to remove your debts because Jupiter is there. So you might just be paying off your loans, your debts. So this is good for you. You're more about your security, your money, your family values. You're just, too much into dealing with these kinds of matter. On the flip side, you could seem a little predictable and boring during this time because you're talking only about money, 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 money. Okay. Don't be too overindulgent, during this time period, because it can lead to, food related or digestive related issues. So eat right, because you have the tendency with Jupiter's aspect also on Moon to have sweets even more as compared to what you were having earlier. Thankfully, Jupiter Lagnesh is in the sixth house, so it is saving you from overeating. But still, you need to take care. Okay. So this is a good time period for romantic association or communication with your partner. Physical communication also is good. Emotional level, it is going to be very, very emotional. Moon is going to be transiting your third house, and that's happening on the 26th and the 27th. Now, that's the time period when you will be having too much of workload. You want to do things for others. You want to do things related to the mental energy, something where you are very creative also. So you might just be journaling, writing, poetry, dance, drama, some music instrument you want to play. So we see from the third house, mental energy is high, no? So you might just be very emotional. You can see emotional people can lose their temper also very fast. I've seen they just lose it out. So you need to be, don't stop it. It's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with us. Nothing. We are perfect because it is God's plan. It's the divine plan. So how it can go wrong, no? These planetary shifts, planets, everything else is divine plan. So you need to be more logical. That's all. Be logical and be more sensitive to your surroundings. Everybody is an astrologer. That's what I say. Everyone is an astrologer. If you really see, you are yourself, you know what exactly is, your condition. What is your state of mind? Where you stand? We all are astrologers. So there can be lots of communications. There can be lots of, maybe some presentation is there. You're preparing and you're speaking. You're a teacher. You're a lecturer. This can be bringing about too much of emotions there as well. And you will feel better. Maybe you're going to be getting engaged in your community you move around and you can communicate with people more easily. Saturn restricts you, makes you cold, but still moon is moon, no? For 2 quarter days, you might just become very communicative, 26, 27 especially, okay? Curiosity is very high. Third house is the house of curiosity. So you will be having a lot of curiosity and you will stick your nose in each and everything, okay? What's happening, who's doing who, what, all those energies you have to tame. So it's good for the ones who are writing the novels like Agatha Christie did, something like that. So it's fine. Agatha Christie, okay? She wrote amazing novels, right? I've read them all, almost all of them I've read. So siblings can bring up feelings, positive, negative, depends on your personal chart. So how your relationship is. So maybe they will play important roles right now. Could be that you are going to be having communication with your partner or a new partner. So it's sort of a, that kind of an energy where, you are going to be very vocal about your feelings. So this is definitely very positive for everyone. So all your relationships will be better. Third house is also the house of short journeys. So short journeys, is something, you're going to be maybe thinking of, going along with your co-workers, discussing some important meetings and important projects, etc. You're going to be very, very vocal about all that as well. And it is going to be a rewarding and joyful energy that you're going to be experiencing. And then moon goes into your fourth house. And fourth house is on the 28th to the 30th, early morning. Then moves into the fifth house. Because moon is moving into all the houses, no? 27 days it takes. Approximately 24 hours, it stays in one nakshatra. So when moon is transiting your fourth house, so this is the time period when you have to focus on your family. Maybe you are going to be exceedingly cautious about your investments. You're going to be focused more on your family members. Maybe you're going to be buying some property during this time. You're going to be signing some documents. Also in the third house, you can actually plan your visa and all those processes also, PR, visa, etc. I forgot to mention that. So when moon is in the fourth house, you will evaluate your roots. What is your inner foundation? How to tell those who have been cultivated and what changes, how well you have cultivated everything. If you want to strengthen your family values, you can do it when moon is in the fourth house. Don't forget there's a Rahu energy also prevalent. So you need to decide what you want. What do you want? With this moon in the fourth house energy with Rahu, you can really lose out. Instead of good things, you're going to be thinking only of bad things. Oh, how I can deceive that person, how I can make money on the shorter side, easier side, making quick bucks. So you must plant trees. That's the remedy I'm giving you today. So you must plant trees if you really don't want this Rahu energy to prevail. Rahu is important. Don't worry. Don't think that any of the grahas is giving you negative results. Even the negatives are positives, remember, because it helps you to quit your karma. So when Rahu is in the fourth house, you might just be, overly possessive about or obsessive about your home, family, home environment. You might just connect with your roots, thinking about your past. Oh my God, why did I do that? All those things happen. They do. So you will have to be more on the firm side. No, nothing can bother me, nothing can budge me. Understand your intimate relationships better. Being nurturing to yourself and others comes easily to you. With Rahu energy, you might just not be feeling that kind. You may become very selfish also. It is perfectly fine. Or maybe you become very private. You're not more into the limelight. You're behind the scenes. You feel more towards yourself. Memories can be stronger. You may use them to understand your subconscious mind better. Sometimes what happens, you're going through some upheavals. So that is something which, see, Rahu in the fourth house is also not, gives you old house. You go for a new house purchase, but you don't get what you want. That is, maybe you find a house you have to buy only. You can't let go of it. Be careful. Wait for some time. And also, Rahu in the fourth house will make you feel very um, remorseful, regretful. Oh, why did I do that? So don't fall prey to this Rahu energy, please. It is just illusion. Whatever you're thinking and bickering about yourself or giving yourself a negative thing, negative energies, or talking, negatively about yourself, it's all Rahu energy working. Okay. Going to the foreign land is also quite possible with Moon Rahu conjunction in your fourth house, if you're already planning to. Okay. Coming to the Moon in the fifth house, that is on the 30th. Only on the 30th, Moon remains there. So this is like, you're going to be stress-free. You're going to be very creative. You're going to be more energetic. You want to spend more time entertaining yourself. Creativity is also something, maybe having some artistic bent of mind. So you're spending more time there. So you're going to be actually enjoying those energies as well. Okay. And you may have mood for love, romance, passionate lovemaking, all that happens, with Moon in the fifth house with Mars. And your children will become very emotional or aggressive because Mars is there. So help them out. Be by their side. There's a lot of blocked energy in the fourth house, no? With Saturn and Mars also hemming this Ra. It's hemmed. So you can become very emotional about your home and family environment, any which ways. Laziness can set in, and your daily routine jobs also might just take a back seat. But with Mars over there, it is going to balance things out. It is better. Okay. It is definitely much, much, much better. So you will have that aggression to do things and, aggressively finish doing things on and finish things up. So that is good for you in a way. It's good. Okay. Mercury is going to be leaving your seventh house and going to your eighth house. So this is also a transformative energy, actually. Eighth house dosha is not there for Mercury. So it is going to make you very emotional. You might just study something which is very, deep sciences or deep, maybe PhD or something. So that is when Mercury is in the eighth house. So going overseas also has been actually seen from this zone. 4, 8, 12 houses are the trines, no? So this might just take you overseas as well. Okay. Saturn is retrograde. I'll be making a separate video. I cannot tell you what I'm going to be doing and spill the beans now, but it will be a different video for sure. Okay. Coming to the next one, that is Capricorn. I think this is a 3 hours video today. The live sessions are like that only, actually. Just keep on going, talking and talking. Okay, so for Capricorn natives, this Moon is going to be transiting your first, second, third, and fourth houses. And Mercury is going to be changing signs. It's going to be from your 6th to the 7th. And Jupiter is going to be Virgotama. And Saturn is turning stationary retrograde. So when Moon is in the first house, you can become very aggressive or very impulsive, I would say. Not aggressive, sorry, that's the wrong word. For Moon, it is not possible. But you do become very fickle-minded, indecisive, and also you have a lot of nurturing attitude towards others. Confidence can be better. Decisions come easier. But you have to be focused. Impulsiveness and sensitivity can reign supreme for few days. So you need to take care of your mental setup for 2 quarter days. Do not fall prey to what the others are saying and luring you. So don't fall prey to that. Just for 2 quarter days, be more practical. Because it is a sign of Saturn, and Saturn is very, very practical. And the sign is also very practical sign. So you may be aware of subtle energies around you. You feel more nurturing. You are going to be taking time out for 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 meditation, for positivity, all that you're going to be working on as well. You will be more expressive. You have a strong desire for supporting your emotions, your people around you. You want to take them with you. So that is what happens, with moon in the first house. Moon in the first house, remember, it's like, too much of emotions on your head. You're full of emotions from top to bottom. It's like that energy. You cannot do without emotions. But for Capricorn people, you know what? Mars exalts here. So these people are practical to the core. It's very difficult to budge these people. When they will talk also, they will tell you bluntly on your face, the Capricorn natives especially, they will tell you bluntly on your face that you're this. Because they have that Martian thing, in them. They lose their temper also. And they can be very, they can be very hurtful also at times. They can speak to bluntly to that extent, which can harm you, hurt you, sabotage you, I would say. Sorry to say this, nothing against Capricorn. I just thought that, because Mars is also transiting your Kendra, no? So, thankfully, Ketu and Jupiter are in trine, so you're mellowed down. It's good if you're teaching, if you're in the profession of helping others. Do something unconditionally also. It's good for you. And I have seen generally, they are very good with mechanics, engineering, because Capricorn natives, as it is ruled by Mangal, Mars, exalts there, and is ruled by Saturn. Saturn, Mars makes you an engineer. And in the trine to this is a Mercury sign also. So it is good for engineering any which ways. And good for marketing also with Venus there. Okay, now Moon is going to be in your second house on the 26th, 27th. On the 24th, 25th in the first, 26th, 27th in your second house. The second house is about your emotions towards your family, your finances. You're very emotional about your food, though you have been having cold foods because Saturn is transiting here. Most of the times, mostly, I've seen maximum times people having Saturn's placement also in the second house makes them have cold food rather than having hot foods. Okay. And very sharp tongue. Like they can also be hurtful. So you have to take care any which ways. You have to take care of your speech. You can be blunt, but don't think that others are fools. That's what. Okay. There are people who think like that, no? There is a greatest chance of impulse buying when Moon is transiting here. So be careful. Thankfully, Saturn will curtail this. Otherwise, you may end up into debts. So you have to end up with debts. So you have to be careful about that. Okay. Your self-esteem and your monetary status, they both are linked. And you must pay attention to the relationships first. I know money is required, but if you have enough money for survival also, please give your family more weightage. Okay. Spend more time with them. Give them that love and affection they need. Okay. And you need to be less overindulgent in whatever you do. You have to figure that out yourself. I could just say this. Now, Moon is going to be in Pisces on the 28th till the 30th, early morning, 6 a.m., 7 a.m.-ish, it will go into your, it will transit your Pisces sign. So, India time, as you can see, India Delhi time. So, third house is the house of what? It is about, it is about your imagination. This is about your communication. What is your thought process, subconscious mind that we see from the third house? It's the eighth from the eighth. So you need to actually be careful. Don't cloud yourself with your emotions. Be more logical when you're making decisions, especially on the 28th, 29th, the whole night long, and early morning when it is 30th. Okay. So there will be a lot of communication, short journeys, making improvement to your close environment, can make you feel better. And your communication, however, is going to be little um, conservative. So you need to just open up and speak with everyone rather than keeping things to yourself. Curiosity is higher because it is the third house energy playing out. So you might just be very concerned, or maybe you're poking your nose everywhere. What's happening? What happened? What did you do? Oh, what happened? So it's like not good. Instead of doing things which give you that calming effect, you're just spoiling things, because you're going to be having those kinds of conversations. I really don't like those kinds of conversations personally. So you have to be careful what you're discussing with your team, with your coworkers, with your bosses, how you're conveying your point, rather than, oh, that person is doing that, that person is doing this. So the communication has to be really very, very, very uh, minimalistic, rather than, just going overboard and sticking your nose everywhere. Okay. Just avoid. And also, there is so if you have your moon transiting through your fourth house on the 30th, the whole day, 30th is also there, no, in this week. So on the 30th, you will be more focused on your home environment. You want to be homey, or maybe you're working out, you're isolating yourself, maybe you're thinking about your past. Fourth house is the house of real estate. Also, you purchase a property, you can purchase a vehicle also, you can change your vehicle, or maybe you go to the garage and you have to get your vehicle repaired. There is some leakage in the house and you're getting it plugged. Okay. And this is the time when you will be understanding your intimate relationships also, your familial ones. And being nurturing to yourself and others is the key, not just yourself, but to others as well. Okay. What are your thoughts? What is happening? What your surroundings, your core circle? You'll be thinking about all of that. You may feel very private to yourself. 4, 8, 12 houses are like that only. They are that trying where you get in that isolation. Okay. So you might just be spending lone time thinking about your own self, your past partner, relationship, your monetary losses and gains. You're thinking, a lot. You're focused on that. So contemplative mode is contemplation. You can be very private, working from home. You're at home, but you're not listening to others. That also happens, right? In my case, it has happened many times. I'm talking to my husband and he's doing something and he's hearing, not listening, or he's listening or not hearing. You have to tell me what is right. So that is also what has happened with me. So that is something which is making you more private, right? You're doing something, you're busy, you're busy, so you're busy. So don't become needy or avoid people during this time. Be more receptive and understand what they actually want, what they want to hear, what they really want you to do. Okay. So this is a little sluggish phase also, unsettling phase also. And on the other hand, it is forcing you to be exceedingly cautious about your investments also. Okay. Because you're contemplative. And there may be a loss of empathy and shaky relationships in your personal life. And you may have conflicts with your family members also. It's good if you are a nurturing kinds. Okay. You might just be a little unhappy. Oh, I did not cook well. That kind of a feeling also you can go through. Oh, why did I make this dish? I wasted my one cuisine gone. Like that. You can have some stomach or chest related problems. So have light foods, okay? And drive carefully also during this time. I forgot to mention to the others. Mercury is leaving this zone and is going to be transiting your 7th house. Very good transit for you, because you're going to be maybe getting married, starting some new business, startup, overseas journeys. Luck is by your side. So don't worry. Things are going to get better, all right, with this Mercury's transit. Jupiter is Virgotama, so childbirth, anything to do with your creative energies, all that is going to be positive for you in case you want to start some new relationship, propose to that person you have been waiting for from a long time. It can happen. Don't be overindulgent. Things are looking good with Venus also rising. Your Yokara Graha is rising, so things are looking good as regards to your children, regards to your career. Things are getting better. Okay. Coming to the next one, that is Aquarius. One second. Just drink some water. All right. So for Aquarius, I think I dropped some water. baby me, small baby. Okay. So for Aquarius natives, this week Moon is going to be transitioning through your 12th, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd houses. So whenever Moon is transiting through your 12th house, it is the end of the cycle, remember, of Moon. That means that it is coming to an end and new cycle is going to start. Every month this happens, and it happens with everyone on this planet. Even if you don't trust or believe in astrology, it will happen. So what happens when, a Moon is in the 12th house? Is the house of hidden realms. You become more to yourself. Emotions are exponential. It is good for foreign travels, foreign connections, getting into that zone where you're getting too emotional about your thought process. Oh, why did I do that? Oh, why didn't I do that? So it's like, you're just thinking about those things which will make you more enlightened, okay, to understand yourself better. This is why it is the house of rejuvenation also. It's the house of loss also. Loss of your thought process. It's like, your subconscious self, it's just going to be giving you that when you're spiritually inclined, what happens? You're detached from the whole world. You're disconnected. So when Moon is here, what it is doing, it is in a place where Mars exalts. For you, especially, Mars exalts in the 12th house, right? So your creativity is heightened. Your emotions are heightened. At the same time, you're going to be dealing with the negative energies very well. Whosoever is trying to bog you down, you are going to be actually taking it very, very strongly. And you know how to combat those. Creativity is heightened, artistic fields, if you are involved in. If you are feeling lonely, guilty, all that, those emotions will also be there. But here, for you especially, not for anyone else, but for you especially, you will come out of it in a snap of the finger. Oh, yes, I'm feeling this. Oh, no problem. I'll be out. Forget it. You're very emotional people, though. Aries signs, they are like that only, but still they're happy-go-lucky kinds, They're the most happy-go-lucky kinds. And you will be able to deal with your emotions well during this time. And this is the right time to acquire knowledge, be poetic, be more creative. Start playing some kind of instrument, any kind of instrument. Start singing. Start join a dance class, maybe, when Moon is in the 12th house. It's good for you. And we all go through this. So this brings in many opportunities also alongside. So when Moon is transitioning your first house on the 26th and the 27th, it is going to be conjunct Saturn, trying to Sun, Venus, and Mercury. So this is the time when you will be very emotional, you will be very fickle, but Saturn will tame those energies, impulsiveness, sensitivity. All this Saturn is going to erase completely. Remember. So you'll be very practical. So when you're practical, you'll make right kind of choices, isn't it? You'll be more focused on making the material realms, you need to be practical at times. But unlike me, I'm very, very emotional kinds. But with this Saturn energy, you're very indifferent also. Saturn is making you cold. Saturn is making you isolate yourself from the normal, league. So impulsiveness, sensitivity, all these can be very heightened with moon here. Saturn might give you some balancing factor here, but these, you're aware of your subtle energies now. You feel nurturing also. You feel like getting into anything, which is giving you that solace also, and solace to others also. But we have to see what is the connection this moon is forming. It is a very slow moving planet. Saturn is a very slow moving planet. Moon is getting conjunct. So you might just feel a little frustrated also on the 26th and the 27th. You might just feel that, oh, nothing is working. Oh, everything is slowing down. Why nothing is moving? So that is also one of the major problematic thing when Saturn and Moon come together. Okay. You should expect, that there will be some changes at the workplace, some kind of overhauling is happening. So be prepared. Okay. Your efforts might not be recognized. So you feel frustrated. That is also quite possible. In relationship, the partner becomes very indifferent suddenly. In relationship, your relatives and friends would express their admiration towards you. They will actually appreciate you, which is positive. When Moon is transitioning through your second house, that is with Rahu on the 28th to the 30th early morning. Now, second house energy, we must understand, is the house of family, finance. So, you are having that lust for finance suddenly with Rahu energy there. You are not supposed to, be more emotional. Your emotions are tied to finances even more with Moon Rahu conjunction. There are some fears, insecurities that you really want to work on. And, no, I need to gain that power. You're just left, right, and center to show off others, spending money. Rahu is there also, no? You're just spending money to show others that you are having lot of money. Finances, financially, you're very sound. Maybe you're not. You're just taking loans and debts. You're under debts. You end up with debts. If you keep doing this, stop it. Try stopping it. Don't be snooty. Don't show off. How your self-esteem and your monetary status are linked may be clear to you now if you actually leave Rahu energy aside. If you keep focusing more on the Rahu energy, I want to grow, I want to make money out of money. Oh, how can I make a quick bucks? So leave Rahu energy aside, please. Then you will have clarity more, where you stand, how you can be more, money magnet. Okay. Your security is linked to your money. And that is why you are now becoming more insecure because of this Rahu energy also. On the flip side, you could seem to be more, predictable to people. So don't be overindulgent. Overindulgent in food, finance, you have to be drawing a line. Okay. And there can be some kind of issue in relationship with your partner also, because Rahu is in the 8th house from your 7th. So you need to take care of your finances. See, this is good for your partner's research paper if that partner is writing. It's good for that because it's the 8th house from your 7th house. Your partner should study more. Something to do with unconventional subjects, not the mainstream ones. Okay, as it is, Mars is in the 9th house from the 7th. So it's good if you're traveling, if your partner is traveling and acquiring more knowledge. Okay, Moon is going to be in your 3rd house, lastly, on the 30th. So this is a busy day for you, actually. Mars gives you that courage also to make decisions. So you're going to be making back-to-back some decisions. You're very restless, you're very cranky, you're very irritable also. You want to, suddenly, you want to attain that success in that matter. This can bring about many communications, short journeys. You can perhaps, be replenished with your emotions, and making an improvement to your environment is actually the key to have healthy relationships also. Make that atmosphere lighter and better. You may communicate with your siblings, your friends, your neighbors. Curiosity is very high, so you may learn some subjects also. You may be a poet. You can write something. It's good for writing, learning some skill also. You must actually journal. This is something which is very positive. What is journaling? Take a book, take a notebook, and start writing. Start writing. Okay. Start writing. I do it. Journaling is the key. You must vent out. If you don't vent out, then how will you, grow stronger? You need to vent. And Mercury is transiting your sixth house. So sixth house is also getting stronger here with Mercury, because Mercury exalts in the sixth house. So for you, it is a good transit, and it is going to be giving you more, you're going to be very analytical, you're going to be more communicative, you're going to be very detail-oriented, organized with Mercury's transit here. Saturn is stationary this week. So make the best use of your mental setup, right now. What is your business acumen? What is it that you need to work on? How you can improvise on your communication? How you can grow professionally? Finish off the task that you have been assigned rather than, taking time. Don't waste your energies. Don't waste your time. Okay. And Jupiter is Vargottama, so good for purchasing of property. If you want to learn some more subjects, if you want to do it something which is very unconventional also. You want to process your papers, visa papers, or purchasing of property papers, etc. So you can do that as well, which is positive. Okay, that's what. Venus is rising. Your Yokara Graha is rising, so good for your getting married. Luck is by your side. So when Venus rises, definitely good for travels, good for connecting with more people, luxurious items, you can purchase, etc. Also. Okay. Coming to the last sign, that is Pisces. All right. So for Pisces natives, this week moon is going to be in your 11th, 12th, 1st, and 2nd houses. So Mercury is going to be changing signs. Jupiter is Virgottama. Saturn is turning retrograde. Saturn is actually this week stationary and then turns retrograde on the 30th. So when moon is in the 11th house, you actually emotionally crave for freedom. You crave freedom. You want to try new and different avenues and things. You feel like, how you can connect with your own people, your core circle, how you can be more, helpful to the society also, your community also. You like innovation. You like individuality. But what happens? You land up into groupism. You have people around you who are there to help you, guide you, advise you. So take their help, take their advice. Mars exalts in your 11th house. Your friends are very influential. You must take their help. And as it is, Mars is transiting your 2nd, so good for financial growth any which ways. You can be very sociable. You can be actually drawing more people towards you, influential people. And maybe you will be connecting with more people who will give you new ideas, new concepts, So reconnect with old friends who actually need your help, or you need their help. Connect with them. Don't leave any of the contacts ever. I have learned it hard way. That whenever I needed, my friends were there by my side. We must actually treasure those friends and relatives and people around us. I've made my mistakes as well. It doesn't mean that, we cannot rectify them. We must learn from our mistakes. So maybe, there are certain people, you don't get along well with right now. Maybe they will come to your rescue one fine day in future. You never know. Have good relationships with everyone. You have to quit your karma with everyone around you, no? You're not going to be, mixing with those people or meeting those people you have no karma with. You will directly, indirectly be quitting the karma with those people also who are not even visible. You are donating to someone and that donation is going to somebody else, the third person. What is that? That means that everything is so well designed and aligned to quit the karma. We all are here to quit our karma, isn't it? So that is what, you're going to be doing when moon is transitioning through your 11th house. Connect with your friends, connect with people, and whatever the opportunity you're getting, make the best use of it also. Okay. Be romantic, be more concerned and careful about your relationships, just be more sensitive and make the best use of your, your surroundings, your environment. Moon is going to be in your 11th house, in your 12th house in the 10th house, it is on the 24th, 25th, and 12th house on the 26th to 27th. Now, Saturn is there, so it's for the babies born during this time period would be a Sadesati. But Sadesati is in the 12th house, number one. It's Saturn's Mool Trikona sign. And Saturn is stationary. When I'm making this video, Saturn has already become stationary. Now, with Moon transiting there, it is about your hidden emotions. You are thinking about how you can be more, expressive about your own self to your own self, rather than having that emotional drama outside. You don't want any outside connectivity. You are now thinking about your own thought process, your own self, how you can improvise. Saturn is a strict taskmaster. You need to learn your lesson. You have been committing some mistakes. The whole cycle is coming to an end of moon. Now you have to learn your lesson. That is what moon is trying to say. So you need to be relaxed also, because it's the 12th house energy. You need to work on yourself also. You will get very good ideas also. At the same time, do not lose your mind, because this is the house of depression also. Okay. This is the house of metaphysics also. So make your own choices. You have to make your choices. Depends on your dasha. If at all you're in moon dasha also, and moon is transiting your 12th house, it will give you some kind of commotion, no, in your thought process. You will be having some emotions which are like, completely isolated, completely. You don't want to connect with anyone, right? So when you feel depressed, guilty, worthless, directionless, so figure that out. Where, why, how? Forget these negative terms and start making them. Yes, I have directions, I have goals, I have worth living place, I have a beautiful family. I don't have any guilt. I don't carry anything, any baggages. I'm perfectly fine. So all that you have to say to yourself, of course, when moon is there. All right. And also we have, um, this is the house of loss. So take care of your health. Take care while you're driving, while spending money, save money. Because you know what? Back to back, if you will see Saturn, Rahu, Mars, Jupiter, Sun, Venus, Mercury, they all are, back to back in the houses. There's a garland yoga also forming. Means that all the grahas will be giving you the results one by one for sure. So you have to see moon's formation. Moon is going to be transitioning through all these zodiac signs and forming a connection with all these grahas back to back. So this is the time that you should plan everything, lay the foundation, how you can improvise, how you can grow, how you can be the nurturing kinds, how you can save money, how you can take care of your health. All these aspects you have to work on. And rather than just rebuking yourself, talking on negative terms about yourself, this will definitely help you if you do things in a in a way where you learn. This is the house of learning, basically, from your own mistakes. And then moon comes to your first house. So first house is what? First house is the house of self. You might just, because Rahu energy is there, you might just become a little more self-centric, possessive. I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to attain that, I want to have bigger goals to achieve. So all that is big, humongous. Rahu is humongous energy. Emotions are heightened when moon goes there. You can be more into, impulsiveness also. You're very sensitive, but impulsive also. You're very caring, but you are at the same time becoming detached also. Confidence is better, things are coming better, decisions are coming easier. So all that will happen. So maybe, you're going to be changing your job, upliftment is there, your salary package increases, increment is there. And also there is a possibility of some mood swings also. Some mood swings are also there. Your appearance may undergo a change. Maybe, you're going to be going in for some hairdo. You want to do some changes, do it. Expressing your feelings might be a strong desire. That is your strong desire. And you could be overly sensitive also. Don't fall prey to people who are saying that, yeah, you can make money. Oh, wow. Invest here and you will make in overnight so much money. I know people are very, intelligent these days, and they don't fall prey to these kinds of lurings. But remember, you will get lured. You will get lured if at all you don't pay attention to this Rahu energy. Rahu is in your first house. You really don't want to misuse this energy, right? You don't want this Rahu to misuse you as well. So stop. Stop and think. Take a pause. Lastly, moon will be in your second house. So expenditures will increase because you have to show off others. That is why Rahu energy is also working, no, in the first house. So just don't spend money, save your money for yourself. If you don't really need, take a pause. You don't need this thing, leave it. Don't buy it. Okay? So you need to figure that out. Mercury is going to be in your fifth house, good transit. It is going to be good for your children, good for your communication, creativity, investments also. You'll make money out of money, especially from the 29th June to the 19th of July, when Mercury is transiting your fifth house. All right? And Jupiter is Vargotama for you, so it's good for your boldness, courage, of course, making strong decisions, and teaching profession also. Good for connecting with your siblings as well. All right. I think this is a wrap then. Saturn retrogression, I'm not doing so much because I'm going to be making an elaborate video very soon, maybe on Dr. Arjun Pai's channel. So let's see. I was not well, so now I have to start working again, get back to that rhythm. All right. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. And Venus and Mercury are also rising. I will be doing a separate video very soon again. So thank you so much for your support and your prayers. Om Tat Sat.